Her name is Stacey Williams, and she's been on television. Who is she? In one of the emails that Epstein had written, I think to his purported biographer, Michael Wolff, but I'm not positive, he talked about turning his 20-year-old girlfriend, who he'd had for 2 years, over to Trump so that he could, quote, grope her. She has said on television that that's exactly what happened, and this shows the mindset of these two guys and the way they treated women. Meanwhile, we can ask, where are the 15 hours of interviews that Steve Bannon, part of the cabal that's taken over our government, said that he had with Jeffrey Epstein? Where are those? Where are those interviews? Now that little Donnie Trump has said that he wants Pam Blondie to investigate the Democrats who might have been involved with Epstein. Why doesn't he ask for the Bannon files, the Bannon tapes? All of this stuff should be released. It's not a Republican question or a Democratic question. It's a justice question, and it's not a party question. Years ago, when I was working for President Nixon on one of his campaigns, I was asked to give talks around southwestern Pennsylvania about how the president possibly couldn't have done something wrong with Watergate. Why would he? He was leading in the polls. He was going to beat Eugene McCarthy. We were given a set of talking points of what he'd done and how important he was to the country. Well, I might have given those talks, but boy, it turns out I was dead on wrong and should not have accepted what the White House was saying or feeding to me at the time. Meanwhile, the other thing that keeps coming to mind is Justice Abe Fortas, who was put on the Supreme Court by, I think it was Lyndon Johnson, who ended up resigning because he'd accepted $20,000 from somebody who's being investigated and considered it a conflict of interest, and was not willing to put the Supreme Court in that type of disrespect. Meanwhile, we have Clarence Thomas accepting money and trips almost every year from his pals, and we have Elon Musk and others having their investigations against some thrown out or stopped by Trump because they were big donors. This is clearly conflicts of interest, and it is clearly pay for play. We might note that the Treasury Secretary's sons are now head of Cantor Fitzgerald, and amazingly, within the last year, their profits and business have gone up 25% and far outpace any of the other noted investment firms and market firms in New York City. If we don't think this is going on as payback and corruption, remember when Trump said that there was going to be Independence Day, and he announced when the tariffs would, first set of tariffs would go into effect, and a day or two later he said he was going to wait to impose those tariffs. The market went up, and he turned to a group of his friends and said, and these guys made billions on that. Maybe it was millions, but what's the difference among friends? But what it shows you is they were operating clearly on inside information, and that's the Trump administration from get to go. It is crooked and it is venal.